Hi, Radical Homemakers. Welcome back. It's the next day after my very first raw and unedited post, and today I'm making another little one. Right now, I'm making some tea biscuits, which is what we call them here in Canada. They're just biscuits down in the American South, and they're similar for those of you who are in the United Kingdom and surrounding British Isles. They are very similar to what you call a scone. So I'm doing that, and I'm having a nice cup of green tea. And I'm just going to talk very briefly to you about what's going on with my Studio Cottage, because I said this was going to be about updates. So, as you know, I haven't put out an episode in my Building a Cottage in the Woods series since the beginning of June. I filmed it on the 18th of May, I believe. So, I haven't been back there since then. And this is for a couple of reasons. One, life happens with everything that's been going on with my job and all of that stuff. I haven't had the spare time to go back there. Two, bugs happen. If you watched episode 3, you'll know how very, very buggy it is back there at this time of year. And Papa Bear has been several hours drive away visiting his grandbabies and things like that, and I've been busy, so we haven't been back into the woods. But we weren't planning on going back in there for a little while anyway, because I don't have any money, so we have to come up with solutions to problems that don't require money. So if you noticed in episode 3, it is a long walk back there. It's about a half an hour for me. Maybe even a little bit longer. I didn't actually time it because I am disabled. I have problems with my feet. So walking is very, very hard on me. So I'm pulling the wagon back there with my tools and everything in it. And it's a long way to get back there. And walking back is so much harder. The hill up from the bottom of the field is about 3 stories. It's maybe more like 4 or 5. So it's like climbing all of the stairs on a 5-story building. It's quite a haul. And so I don't want to have to do that just to go back there to work for a couple of hours. So our plan is to build a campsite, which is what I was talking about in episode 3. But I need to build a small building back there as a tool shed and to hold all of the camping gear. And so I've been looking at a cheap way to get a tool shed up there. The cheapest setup kit for a tool shed that I can find is on Amazon, and those were about $350, and they're not very good quality. They're not really designed to handle 3 feet of snow like we get back in those woods. So that's not going to work. I went to our local big box stores, Home Depot, and it used to be called Lowe's and is now Rona, and checked out all of those places, and it was going to be 3 or 4 times that cost for a quick setup shed. So we have decided that what we're going to do is, since we can't afford to buy lumber, we're going to, because it would cost 3 or 4 times that in lumber, we're going to break up some old pallets, which is a lot of what we did to make the bridge. We used reclaimed lumber. So we're going to be working on that. That's our next step. We also have to build a safe fire pit to make sure that there's no risk of the campfire spreading and burning down our forest. So we're thinking about using the old drum out of our busted dryer that I was talking about in the episode I posted yesterday. So so we have a lot of logistics to figure out. We need to get our hands on all of that wood. We need to prep everything. When it is time to do that, we can use the tractor and the wagon behind it to take all of that stuff down there, but it's going to be a bit of a project. So I have to do things at my own speed as I am able to do them, and that's why building this is probably going to take about 5 years. I've got roughly a 5-year plan, and it is my hope that at the end of that 5 years, I will have a studio cottage, and I will have where I can film and make sewing videos, cooking videos, and crafting videos, and building videos, and painting videos, and drawing videos, and all kinds of really groovy, cool making things videos, and also a home base back there, so I have some place to stay while I build other things. And I will have enough of a library of videos and enough subscribers by then that I can hopefully go full time. So that's my 5-year plan, and that's what's going on, and I will keep you guys updated as I get more done. And I'll make another video showing you how to knead and roll out biscuits in just a few minutes.